All right. So first, can you just reintroduce yourself, please?
I'm Dbria Bradshaw. I'm the Florida State Coordinator for Campus Vote Project.
All right. And first things first, thank you so much for coming to the conference and speaking with us. How did you like the conference?
I've enjoyed it so far. I think it's been very informational and engaging for all of the attendees.
Definitely. Are there any takeaways that you're going to take with you back to Florida, back to what you're doing?
Definitely. The panel that I was just on, the integrity of the electoral system, just hearing tidbits from different spaces within the United States of what they're doing in their cities is helping me with things that I can bring to our elected officials down in South Florida, as well as I believe it was the real estate panel that was very engaging, very informative. Definitely taking some notes and taking that back home with me.
Some very important stuff there. As a fellow Floridian or former Floridian myself, pay attention to a lot of what's going on in Florida. Some big issues, some big challenges, some big divisions going on there. What do you guys see as your role in helping to alleviate / fix those issues?
So with Campus Vote Project, I think the main thing that we're focusing on for 2024 is engaging and educating the youth. The youth vote is extremely important from what we saw in the 2022 midterm election, and I think we're really focusing on engaging our institutions and getting the youth vote out.
Definitely. And if we look, for instance, at the governor's race in 2022, turnout was way down compared to other elections. So how do we get that turnout back up for 2024?
I think 2024 won't be a problem because it's a presidential year. I think our focus on midterm election, local elections, we have to always keep our communities engaged, not just every 4 years when there's a presidential election. We have to keep our communities engaged, letting them know when there's municipal elections, the governor election. It's a constant thing that's happening, not just every 4 years.
How do we start to do that to keep voters engaged? Because like we've seen, it falls off a cliff sometimes.
I think the main thing is media. As we all see, when every 4 years when there's a presidential election, that's all we see. Those are all the ads we see. That's all we see on the news. But when there's local elections happening, your local news outlets aren't really promoting what's going on in your community. So I think if we get the media engaged, doing more social media push, and just having candidates really go into communities, not just during election years, but during years that they're in office or they're trying to get into office, I think that would be very essential for keeping the community engaged in what's going on.
Definitely. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.